Welcome, friends. Today we're unboxing Marvel Codenames. And I'll just say that I'm assuming everyone here has played or understands Codenames. It's really taken off as a massive, successful hit by one of my favorite board game designers, Vlada Kovatal. This guy is amazing. He looks like Peter Jackson, and he thinks like Isaac Newton mixed with Einstein, mixed with like a sex god. So let's take a look at this great game. This is a spin-off game. There's been several others. One that I really like a lot is the two-player or more cooperative version called Codenames Duet. Great thing is you can combine all the different codenames together. There's also a dirty version, which is all full of dirty sexual stuff, which is great for people who don't have regular sex, so they want to do that as a board game thing. Kind of like Cards Against Humanity people. But that's alright, no judgment. Everybody's different, and it's still fun to play. But this is, I don't even think this is the best Vlada Kovatal game. He's made Bunny Bunny Moose Moose. He's made Space Alert. He's made Mage Knight. He's made all these wonderful games. But this one is the best in some ways, in the sense that it's so fun and interesting and replayable, and what really makes it special is what the people bring to it and what it facilitates as a social party word game. There's so few games that are social games. They're party games. There's hidden mystery games, and with all of that, they're also word games. I think having all of that at once makes this amazing. I already like this instruction booklet. This is cool. We've got pictures, we've got images, we've got, stuff for a two-player game. I like that. A three-player game thing built in here. Alternative gameplay. This is already more information you would find in one of the original Codenames versions. I remember when they first had a Codenames expansion, I think it was, giving more cards. Because basically, if you already have a version of Codenames, the only thing you can really expand is the cards, but that's huge. Except, of course, expanding between having Codenames Regular or Codenames Duet, which do require some different components beyond cards. But once you have either of those, any additional games you get in the Codenames universe will expand out how you can play it with cards. Already looks lovely, looks beautiful. Love this kind of purple sleek design here, this kind of adding the Codenames flavor, but with these Marvel characters. And who doesn't love Marvel? Some psychopaths, maybe, I guess. But I love Marvel. And what the hell is going on here? This is super interesting. What is this? These are quite different than the little pieces that come with original Codenames. Alright, hang on. Whoa, what the hell? Alright, so we'll use not the full rule book, but the components listing to show. Oh man, alright, so we have cover cards. That's what these purple ones are. And I see cover cards can have Shield, Hydra, Neutral, Double Agent, and Thanos Assassin. That's pretty darn awesome if you ask me. So, okay, so a lot of these ones are just, it seems, double-sided of the purple. So does that mean that they're... Oh, that's to cover up the cards. I see. Whereas this one is, you know, a form of Hydra, I guess, because it's Hydra on this side. Or is it to say that this is the Shield side, this is the Hydra side? I'm still fuzzy on that a little bit. It takes me a little while, but this is cool. Alright, so we get rid of this. And, alright, so we have these cool cover cards. That's something unusual. Before, you would just flip it to one side or the other. And I thought that was kind of cool. So there must be some original new mechanisms within this system that wasn't there before. Clearly here we have a Hydra card. Now, I hate to get too political because this is an unboxing and commentary video, but I'm personally against the ideology of Hydra. I mean, I've heard what they have to say, I get where they're coming from, but it just feels really wrong to me. What I don't quite get is the difference between this Hydra one and this blue Ring Hydra one. I guess we'll find out here in a second, maybe. Let's see what else. Hey, Bill. Alright, so... Oh, how cool is this? Alright, so this inlay piece is done. Or should I say that punch-out board. Alright, so that's still more of this. Ah, cat knocking over the camera. Excuse me, buddy. I have to move you. I'm sorry. This is Infinity Gauntlet, of course, but what does it mean in this game? I like you, probably, only know the rules to Codenames proper, and in my case, I know Codenames Duet, so I don't know what Thanos here. It said he was the assassin, right? So that's pretty cool. And, spoiler alert, I'm doing this whole assuming that you just know Codenames, basically. This is awesome, whatever this is. This is great. Alright, so then what else do we have here? Well, alright, more of these guys, of course. No problem. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, of course. Oh my goodness. How insane is this? We have the Infinity Stones here. That is so freaking wonderful. Hey, spoiler alert. Infinity Wars, I think, was awesome. Just a great freaking movie. So many ways, so well crafted. Alright, so these are just shield. Shield. This is shield with a red ring. Isn't there Hydra with a blue ring? That's what I thought. There was like one each that had a opposite thing. Yeah. So there's a Hydra one. Oh, is that the same thing? Oh, there's one that's flippy. That can be either one. So I'm sure there's some meaning with that. Alright, now let's look at these sweet Infinity Stones. This is, I think purple is power, right? Purple is the power Infinity Stone. Red, reality. Orange, soul, I think. Or mind. Mind or soul. So I mix up some of them. Blue is space. I recall that. Wasn't that what Loki had in his staff? Loki, the Tesseract was the blue one. And he had in his staff, he had the mind one. Green, time. Doctor Strange is. Yellow, I'm mixing up which one is, it's between yellow and orange. One is soul. So orange is soul. Yellow must be mind. Yeah, alright, I think we said them all correctly. Tell me if I'm wrong. Great movies. Great movie. Okay. So some people aren't going to necessarily like the fact that, jeez. Sorry. That these do the same thing that the Disney version had. And instead of having one word on one side and another word so you could replay it more on the other side, instead they have it so there's the word on one side and the picture on the other side. I actually absolutely like this. I love the idea that you could use either in a given game or use both. Now, billionaire, would they show Tony Stark or just another billionaire? Looks kind of like Tony Stark, doesn't it? And Zodiac Key. I don't remember that in the stuff. But of course, this is, Marvel. It doesn't have to be based on the movies, the extended universe. It could be based off of Worthy of Mjolnir. Very cool. War. Ooh, that is war indeed. Cassette player. Our friends in Guardians of the Galaxy. Vampire. I don't recall this. So there's just tons of stuff here. Tons of content. Lots of stuff. Still same great rules for Codenames. And that is delightful. Heroes. Will it show all of the Avengers? It shows some Avengers and some characters I'm less familiar with because I am a cretin who's only really familiar with the movies and my friends who snobbishly tell me how much the comics are better. But I'm kind of like, I don't know, these movies seem pretty dang good. Feud. Maybe Civil War. Let's see. No, a different feud. So these are all super interesting to me. I love the Marvel Extended Cinematic Universe. Astral projection, like Doctor Strange does. That's awesome. And just the amount of imagination that I'm sure will be possible when one applies to this game. Now, my original plan was partially out of humor, partially out of creativity, and partially out of just the fun of experimenting. I was going to combine this with my Disney one that I just got also. I'll unbox that. But I'm wondering if the systems, if these are just variants with the Infinity Stones and gauntlets and all that, or if it's so essential to the gameplay, it just won't not make thematic sense. I know it doesn't make thematic sense to combine them, but not even make mechanical sense. So I may have to second guess this silly, mischievous idea. Alright, we've got ourselves Iron Man. And does the card say Iron Man? It does. So, obviously, it gets to the point that because these are relatively specific, if you have 4 cards you want to give people guesses for, you can't just say superhero, because all of this stuff is either directly or indirectly related to superheroes. Punisher. Nice. Man, Marvel has a huge universe. What do you guys like more, Marvel or DC? It seems to me that Marvel's kind of better, Who's this guy? I forget. Oh, he's that bad Green Lantern guy. Alright, so I totally dig this. Alright, so we've got these huge sets of card/pictures that are art, which is cool. We have these, which are just double-sided Hydra. These, which are double-sided Shield. I guess this one's the one that I'm not sure which one's supposed to be neutral. Well, this says cover cards, Shield, Hydra neutral, Double Agent, and Thanos. All right, so let's see. Yeah, if you just wanted to see unboxing, you can stop the video now. Give me a thumbs up or leave me a hate comment. Talk about how dumb my cats are. Or how dumb my life is. Go for it. But I want to look at to see what the differences are in this. So, Marvel Edition overview. 2 opposing teams are competing to be the first to identify all of their team's Marvel assets cards from amongst the 25 cards displayed on the 5x5 grid. Each team has a director who knows the location of each one of the asset cards their team is trying to find, to give clues in the form of code words telling their agents where to find the cards. Be careful. Decipher a code incorrectly and you might help the other team. It's a race to identify. So that's just describing how CodeNames basically works. There's got to be an overview that's like, if you've already played CodeNames, Okay, the double agent card is just a single card that can be different on either side. The neutral cards are the Infinity Stones. Okay, so that does seem like it's going to be compatible then. It's just an aesthetic difference. There's no mechanism difference. In the base game, the neutral cards just look like basically people with a hangover or a stomach ache. Yeah, I don't know that there are any major differences in the sense that CodeNames Duet has major differences. Except for the fact that they seem to have the 2-player game variant and 3-player game variant. So that's worth going into more detail later or reading the PDF online if you want to know. Already know the game. If you already know how to play CodeNames or Codenames Pictures, you can probably jump right into playing the game immediately. Things to keep in mind. A refresher on clue giving, number of guesses, and valid clues. Alright, so it doesn't really say any fundamental differences. There's just more variance that it offers. And the, obviously, aesthetics and the subject matter are different. But unlike, say, Harry Potter, which is more like Codenames Duet, there are not fundamental differences. Except we don't know what the Infinity Stones, the gauntlet actually means. Maybe that's just the stack it holds where you, assassin card, neutral card, Hydra cards, shield card. Yeah, it's basically the same. It sounds like on the starting one here, that the images are facing the guessers, and the word side should have the large words facing the guessers. Huh. Well, that's it. Thanks very much for watching this. If you think that I didn't answer enough questions with this, or it went on too long, say something hateful.
I know that one.
No, and I'm not talking to you, Alexa, but God bless you. Jeez, we're living in the future, my friends. And we certainly are, because we have to fight against Hydra and all sorts of things. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys. Subscribe and like, even if you don't really like it, because I'm so low in my life right now that any tiny validation from strangers can only help me. God bless you.